do service hours for high school, and I didn't want to babysit for 4 years of my life. So I just started like praying about what I wanted to do because I love fashion and it's something that I just want to pursue in my life. So I started praying about what I can do in that area, and I was on vacation one day, and this idea just popped in my head, and then the name popped in my head, and it just went from there. I mean, it was just a tiny little idea, and then I wrote letters, and then people started hearing about it, and like really influential people said that they wanted to give us all their resources, and then we have a store now, and we have tons of clothes, and we have beautiful girls that come in, and so
explain the idea. Explain exactly what Taylor's Closet does and what it seeks to accomplish.
Okay. Well, Taylor's Closet is a place for girls to come and shop and to feel beautiful, and they're mostly girls who've been through lots of not good stuff and just had terrible lives. So we just provide a place where they can come and shop and feel like girls like to feel, and just forget about their problems even if they're not gone. Just have a place where they can just have fun and just be girls for like 2 hours of their lives. So.
And explain who Taylor is in Taylor's Closet.
Taylor was my twin sister who died at birth, and I named it after her.
Okay, so. To remember her. Okay.
Well, the name just like popped in my head, so sorry, I can't really take credit for it. I believe that God gave me the idea and the name.
And Taylor's Closet, it's a mobile project. How does it typically work though? Like, I know you came to Youngstown because your family has roots here, but how does a Taylor's Closet day happen in a town or in a location?
You mean as far as outreaches go?
Yes.
Well, we pretty much take it to cities that become available to us that we know that there's a need in, and that's pretty much every city in the entire world, so that's a goal. But we just take all of our fabric, everything, and we set it up we take like 2 days to set everything up, and then we get in touch with a local foster care agency, or let's say it's out of the country, we would get in touch with a program that involves and is in touch with girls in need or children in need, and then we just get all of the resources and we invite the girls in and they come and shop.
And how long does this take to organize, like in a typical visit to a town? How much advance work has to be done in order to make sure that it's successful?
A lot.
I mean, like right now we're just starting to work on one that we're doing in Ocala, Florida, so about a month. It takes about a month advance to do.
And then we do one international outreach every year, and that takes a long time. That's like our big one. So last year we went to Honduras, and that took about 6 months in advance of work because we closed 400 kids.
And explain a little bit about the clothes and how you get the clothes and what type of clothes you have and how this differs from other types of things that people may be more familiar with.
Okay. Basically, we haven't really asked for clothes. We haven't gone to manufacturers yet. They've come to us because of, just hearing about us. So we have people, just the general public that sends us clothes that hear about us, on the news or heard about our ministry, and they send us things. Or then there's manufacturers that have heard about Taylor's Closet and want to get involved. So we have people like Free People, which is a very big teenage line, and Kenzie, and we have XOXO and Rampage and things like that are donating clothes to us. So, it comes from a mixture, but right now we're starting to get so many new clothing that we're really directing it to, we want only new clothing now because we want the best for the girls. So that's kind of what happens.
And from what I understand, for a lot of these young women, this is the first opportunity for them to even have access to new clothes in some cases, or at least even fashionable new clothes too.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of them really don't ever go into a mall, into a store and shop. They get a bag.
Yeah, they get hand-me-downs, like old t-shirts, and that's pretty much all they get.
And typically these girls get a garbage bag. That's what things are handed to them in. They're not in a nice shopping bag, or they're not able to pick them out, which is why we go through the trouble of setting up the store instead of just giving out clothing. We want them to come in and experience, they can they can actually shop for what they want. They
Uh-huh.
don't have to really get a bag that's already been pre-picked for them.
And typically, how many young women are in a shopping day? How many? Do you try to manage the amount of people so it's more relaxed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you talking about in the outreach or in our normal store?
In the normal store, yeah.
Well, we learned that the hard way when we first opened. Every girl, in the entire South Florida region wanted to come in. So we were like, oh, just invite them all in. And we had, 25 girls in this 11 by 30 space, and it was crazy. So we try to limit it. We have about, 9 girls a day that come in, and, maybe 20 girls a week. We're open 2 days a week.
Okay.
So.
Now, there's a difference between the traveling, and you have how many fixed sites do you have, or is there just one central fixed site that you
There's
have?
just one.
One central fixed site, and then we have several stores across the country that were inspired by what we're doing that have opened up. But we really don't want to, at this point in our ministry, we don't really care about the name advancing, so we're not asking people to open tailor's closets. We're asking them to open stores that they are inspired about. Name it whatever you want to name it. And, we'll help you, we'll give you some clothing, we'll get you started, but open a store. And, so that in that community, there will be something when we leave to continue on the mission.
Now, the young women who have shopped in your stores, have you had people maybe a couple years later or want to volunteer in the organization?
Yeah, we actually have foster girls that have changed so much from the time they came. We were only a year old. We've only been doing this for 1 year, which is amazing. But they come back.
I really think it's important for girls of all class or situation in whatever time you are in life, age, to have an amazing wardrobe because, one, it's super important to girls to feel like their self-esteem is major in their life. If I do not walk out of the door feeling good about myself, everything changes in my entire day. The way I sit, the way I act, the way I present myself. So that's number one. And number two, it's just so much fun for girls. It does not matter who you are. If you're in the Army, it doesn't matter. You love clothes and you love feeling beautiful. And it's something that we're ingrained with, I believe. So I think it's just who we are. We just need to fuss about ourselves. And I think it's important, especially for these girls, because I myself have bad days where my hair's terrible and I just wake up feeling like crap. So, I mean, just for these girls, they have terrible situations and they have, not good stuff that they've been through. So, even more so, they need that one thing that's going to make them feel gorgeous about themselves and, let them know who they really are. And they're not just, random people who have no purpose in life. They really do have a purpose and they have meaning. So, I think clothes is not their meaning, but I think that will help them, understand how beautiful they are.
Okay, to get involved with Taylor's Closet, you can actually visit our website, which is taylorscloset.org, and they'll have lots of pictures and information on how you can donate your time, donate clothing, or donate a financial donation.